you can start by introducing yourself and describe a bit like what Fuzzland does and what is the heart of the business.
I'm the co-founder and CEO of Fuzzland. Fuzzland is a technology innovation company. We specialize in security, smart contract, and digital asset through a very unique technology. We call it snapshot-based real-time fuzzing, which is our proprietary innovation. With this advanced technology, combined fuzzing and form verifications, we'll be able to secure Web3 project. It's solutions which is highly, combined with AI. And with the help with AI, large language model, we will be able to offer this continuous 24/7 penetration test and real-timely to figure out vulnerabilities for DeFi protocol and blockchain applications on the chain. So the goal is for us to deliver the enterprise solutions with this unique technology innovations to transform the cybersecurity landscape for Web3.
Can you get back more in details regarding what makes Fuzzland so unique versus the competitors, versus the market, and why this unique aspect of your tech, of your business, of your way of working is needed for the market?
So when we actually start the Fuzzland, we actually ask us the question, what is exactly the key issue with the Web3 security? So we believe we identified the key problem, which has not ever been addressed, which is smart contract when actually after deploy, because smart contract is highly stateful, there's not really a solution or process which is analyze the contract on the chain real time to tell the protocol if the new vulnerability exists or introduced. Because smart contract is so dynamic once it gets deployed, even you did thorough audit before the deploy, because it was on an empty smart contract state. Once deployed, all the complexity has been introduced as well as the new vulnerability. If there's no such solutions exist, and we will never be, confident with security in the Web3 industry. So that's why we spend a lot of efforts and doing POC and create these technology innovations about 1.5 years ago. So last year we introduced a technology called, the code name called ITY Fuzz, which is the snapshot-based real-time fuzzing. It is combined fuzzing and form verification real-time in one technology. Academically, people call it hybrid fuzzing. So this is the only technology which is doing this audit-like analysis on the contract and figure out real-time vulnerabilities on the chain and 24/7. They did all the comparison of technology offering on fuzzing on the market for smart contract. And we, luckily to be one of it to be compared with. But I think the key takeaway from this paper is it summarized. So our technology is the only technology, fuzzing technology on the market, can do this real-time analysis to figure out real-world vulnerabilities. And also, this is also the only solution which is doing this analysis across multiple contracts at the same time.
Thank you. Before we move forward, can you explain in 30 seconds and in very simplistic terms what exactly fuzzing means?
Fuzzing is one of the methods in program analysis academically. So it is actually execute the program to with all the possible value or invariance, which is confined if the program has potential vulnerabilities. So there's another method called form verification, which is mathematically prove the program might possibly have vulnerabilities. Because fuzzing has unique, characteristic, which is because we actually execute the program, you will exactly know what other value will trigger the vulnerability, and you will exactly 100% know this vulnerability is true and exists.
Perfect, thank you. You mentioned earlier that you were planning on integrating some AI in your process. Now it's a notion. I would say a tech that more and more companies, especially in Web3, are mentioning and using a bit for everything and anything. What is specifically the way you are thinking, or you are already using any AI models? And what do you think? Do you think it will really be a revolution for security, or do you think that at the end of the day, automation, the way we build automation and we built automation so far, can compete on the long run? What is your state on this?
Well, at day one, we are heavily utilize AI, large language models, because one of the objective of these solutions, we want to achieve automations while actually doing the smart contract analysis because it's on chain. So if you need a human involved, it's not going to work. So we basically train our large language model to training on the previous hacking data, all the smart contract audit report, to have basic understanding of all the historical vulnerabilities and previous hack and those know-hows which actually collect into the large language model and help us to dynamically generate the fuzzing test cases when we actually execute in our real-time penetration test. As of today, we have about around 60% of test cases is generated by the large language model. Furthermore, the large language model also help us generate a customized invariant on the fly for a certain customer contracts based on the historical data understanding.
Okay, thank you. Perfect. And now to finish, let's say you are talking to your, I don't know, your aunt or your kids. What are the three key advices that you would give from a security standpoint for beginners who are about to make their first smart contracts? What are the three mistakes that everyone does, and how do we prevent them from doing these stupid mistakes?
Well, I would highly recommend using the product we created, which is ITY Fuzz, to actually test your smart contract before you actually deploy it. It's open source, it's free, it's very easy to use. Secondly, I will highly recommend have more than one well-known auditor on the industry to have your contract audited. So a CERT will always have a real-time penetration test solution to real-time monitoring a contract for future new vulnerability introduced. So I think that those are the three pieces. If you can done these three pieces well, you will be very much secure than maybe 50% if you compare to the industry other smart contract.
Perfect. And now, is there anything else you want to add? Maybe any updates coming for Fuzzland? What are the next hot news? What can we meet you guys in the?
We'll be in Thailand for the DevCon and the DeFi Security Summit, and we're also a sponsor for DeFi Security Summit and also the DeFi World, which has happened in between. We have been doing a lot in the security space as serving our clients. And just last week, we detect the UniBTC issue. So that hacking was actually very perfect examples for our technology because it was introduced by one of the smart contract upgrade. If UniBTC is our client, we will be able to figure out that issues after 2 seconds once they deploy. At this moment, UniBTC is talking with us, is doing a trial with our product. And more people start realize the key benefits of deploy a 24/7 penetration test on their smart contract. Another thing I want to mention is we are very honored and happy to become the solution provider for President Trump's crypto project, World Liberty Finance. It's already been announced. So we're going to continue to support the project, make sure it's secure, and we'll have a real-time solutions out there to counterattack any of the crypto, hackers.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.